Greetings, sensitive, intuitive, cozy Cancer. Welcome to my new Astrology and Tarot YouTube channel. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and a tarot card reader, and thank you for joining me. This is my very first post about Cancer ever. This is the first time that I'm using YouTube as a medium for my readings, and I've been reading for most of my life at this point, and I love doing it, and I love to be able to share my gift with others. So right now I am going to do an overview for Cancer for the month of November 2018, and I will start with the tarot reading, and we're looking at 2018, November 2018, for the sign of Cancer. And this will apply if you have a Cancer sun, moon, or rising. I encourage you to look at the videos of your sun, moon, and rising sign to get the most accurate overview. So Cancer, your significator going into the month of November is the Four of Rods. You are covered by the Nine of Cups. You are crossed by the Lovers. The basis of the situation is Justice reversed. What's leaving is the Ace of Swords. What could come into being is the Two of Pentacles. What will come into being is the Devil. Others see you as, this is fears and insecurities are the Four of Cups. Others see you as the Three of Cups reversed. Your positive feelings are the Page of Cups, and the outcome is the Two of Cups reversed. So, Cancer, let me see here. For starters, your major arcana for the month of November are the Lovers, Justice, and the Devil. So themes for this month for you, Cancer, are love and romance, justice, equality, fairness, balance, and then the Devil. The Devil represents our character defects. It can represent things like jealousy, rage, lust, selfishness, the things that hold us in self-bondage, really. And so those are the themes of your month of November. To start with, your significator, Cancer, is the Four of Rods, and that is you at the time of the reading. And so you enter November looking at peace, looking chill. Maybe even there's a celebration in the beginning of the month that you're a part of. There may be a celebration at your home or at the home of someone near you. You may be laying down spiritual foundations somehow in the beginning of this month. And you're covered by the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. So it looks like a wish is coming true for you in the beginning of November, Cancer. And you're crossed by the Lovers. And so what you're crossed by is, I call it your tikkun. It's what the Kabbalists call tikkun, and it's your karmic work for November. It has to do with love and romance. And so for married Cancers, this has to do with working on your marriage. For those who are single, it may have to do with working towards being in a relationship. For those dating, it has to do with your love interests. It's the area of romance and love. And, planetarily speaking, Venus has been retrograde in Scorpio, and Scorpio, depending on what degree of Cancer you were born in, that Venus retrograde will be hitting up your sun at a certain point and would be very impactful to you. It could be either bringing in a love from the past, or it could be bringing up issues, relationship issues from the past that need to be resolved. And but in general, at the heart of the matter, in the beginning of December, it looks like there is some real maybe a celebration around love, or a wish coming true around love. And so it looks like a good time for you in the beginning. As we progress, I do see that in November, foundationally, there is something that you are feeling is not fair. There's something to do with inequality, bias, imbalance, and you are feeling that things aren't fair this month. What's leaving is the Ace of Swords, a recent victory that's passing. What could come into being is the Two of Pentacles, and that has to do with you needing to make a decision. There's something that you have been weighing the pros and cons of endlessly, and you could be making a decision about that, and that's going to be good for you, because once you make that decision, you're going to be feeling a lot calmer. What will come into being is the Devil. So, you know, it looks like a Cancer. It looks like this month of November, you may be giving into temptation. This could come in the form of something that seduces you, that you could give into, something that tempts you. It could also be falling into behavior patterns that end up keeping you in the bondage of self, you know, so that can be selfishness, jealousy, anger, sloth, gluttony, laziness. Any of the 7 sins really can be represented by the Devil, and it looks like that's ahead for you. So I would just be mindful of giving into temptations, and I would be mindful of your character defects and just trying to keep them in check this month. Your fears or insecurities. You have a fear of boredom, it looks like, Cancer. You don't want to be bored. You don't want to be apathetic. Others see you as the Three of Cups reverse, possibly partying too much, possibly being too indulgent, possibly being superficial in your relationships. Your positive feelings are the Page of Cups. For those of you that have children, this could be you're having very positive feelings about one of your children this month. For those of you who do not have children, this could be a new love prospect that you're feeling very positive about. It could also be a new creative project that you're feeling very positive about, or a new creative idea that's coming up that you have very positive feelings about. Also, it can be, if it's a child or a young person, it can be a creative type, a sensitive type, and it can possibly be very likely a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. The outcome of this cycle is the Two of Cups reverse. So at the end of the month, Cancer, it looks like you could be, there could be a lover's quarrel, or you're not seeing eye to eye with your mate. For those of you who are single, it could be that you are feeling the lack of being in a relationship and feeling like you wish you were. So that's what the end of the month is looking like for Cancer. And I want to talk a little bit about the planets. And let's see, we enter November. November 1st and 2nd is the Dia de los Muertos, and this is the time of the year when the veil is the thinnest between our world and the spirit world. And these 2 days are a great time to get in touch with your ancestors. It's a great time to access any loved ones who have passed. And there are a myriad of ways that you can do this. Readings are one way that are really effective to access the ancestors. You can contact me for a reading. Candle burning rituals, altars, And I do actually an altar, and I can take a handful of clients every month for my new moon altars, and then for the Dias de los Muertos, I do it this month. So contact me if you're interested in that. It's first come, first serve, because I only have the bandwidth to handle so many on my altar. But I'm happy to do that for clients. And what else? November 1st, there's also Jupiter and Scorpio trine Chiron in Pisces, and this will be forming a trine to the sun of any Cancer, any late degree Cancers. And so this is going to be a very impactful aspect for anyone born in the late degrees of Cancer. And again, I encourage you to contact me and have your natal chart reading done with me, because once we have your natal chart done, I can really get into the specifics of how which days and exactly how all of these aspects impact you individually. But for the purposes of this YouTube channel, I'm doing these general readings just to familiarize people with my style. And I'm new to this, so forgive me if I'm rambling a little bit. I'm new to this. I'm not new to reading, but I'm new to YouTube as a medium for my reading. I've been reading practically my whole life. So November 6th, the true node enters Cancer, and that is going to be very impactful for Cancers over the next year and a half. It will be hitting you all at different points depending on the degree of your sun. And so again, please contact me for a reading so we can get into the specifics of your chart. But at the point where this conjuncts with your sun and whatever other planets you possibly have in Cancer, there's going to be a real alignment for you with your higher purpose in life and with your dharma, and so it's going to be very important for you to look around you on these dates, because that will be clear messages to you to what your higher purpose is in this life. And it's a good opportunity. Cancer has an opportunity to get on that this year, as opposed to hanging on to old habit patterns. And so we can talk more about that. I'll be posting more about that as the month goes on. November 7th, Jupiter is trine the true node. So Jupiter in Scorpio will be trine the true node in Cancer, and also for late degree Cancers, that's going to be forming a trine to your sun and a conjunction to your sun, and very, very impactful time for late degree Cancers. And if you are a late degree Cancer, it's a really good time to get a reading. So let's see what else. The new moon in Scorpio is November 7th, and Scorpio trines Cancer. The new moon will be at 15 degrees Scorpio, so for all the mid-range Cancers, it will be very, very impactful. It's going to be impactful for Cancers anyway. I mean, the new moon is for everyone. It's a good time to plant the seeds of things you want to grow. And the new moon of Scorpio is a good time in particular to plant seeds in places. Where do we feel powerless? Where do we need more power in life? You can set intentions around that for the new moon of Scorpio. Where is there a mystery in your life that you're trying to solve? You can set intentions around that, around the new moon of Scorpio. Connecting with the ancestors, with those who've passed to the other side. The new moon of Scorpio is a great time to set intentions for that. Do you have you been having trouble connecting with someone who is passing to the other side? Is there someone whose soul you want to help pass to the other side? The new moon of November is a great time for that. And again, I do new moon rituals and altars, and I can include a handful of clients every month on my altar. If that's something you're interested in, contact me for more details. You can email me. The email is in my description, I believe. If it's not, I'm going to put it there. But yeah, The new moon is a great time to set intentions. And what else? Scorpio has a lot of depth. It's a very powerful, emotional new moon for Cancer. And let's see. November 15th, Mars enters Pisces. During the time that Mars is in Pisces, from the 15th until the end of the year, it will be at some point forming a trine with the sun of all Cancers. And to find out when that hits you, get a transit reading with me. However, I will say in general that Mars in Pisces is it's going after creative goals. It may be feeling less motivated in traditional goals and more motivated in pursuing your artistic or spiritual or emotional goals. And let's see, November 16th, Venus goes direct in Libra. Venus has been retrograde. It started in Scorpio retrograde, and on Halloween it went into Libra, or goes into Libra retrograde. November 16th, it will be going direct in Libra. So because Libra squares Cancer, the first 2 weeks of November, when Venus is in going retrograde in Libra, that will manifest for different Cancers in different ways. For some Cancer, this will be problematic in romantic relationships. It could cause, a lover's quarrel. It could bring in exes from the past, or it could bring up old relationship issues that need to be resolved, that have some tension around them, because there's a square there for Cancers. When it goes direct, November 16th, whatever tensions or things happen in the first 2 weeks should start to smooth out. They should resolve themselves, and things should be more in the lovey-dovey space again. Not quite until, the after shadow passes, but we don't need to talk about that right now. I'll talk about that more in my posts throughout the month. And let me see, what else? Mercury goes retrograde November 16th, Cancer, and that is for everybody. I encourage you to get your chart done, because then you can see where Sagittarius is in your chart, and you can see exactly where the retrograde will be happening for you, and you can brace yourself for any communication breakdowns or technological breakdowns or accidents that could happen in that area of your life. You can be more prepared for it by getting the astrological reading. And then what else? November 20th, Neptune is having an interaction with the true node that will be very impactful for Cancers. Another reason that it's a good time for a Cancer to actually get your chart done. And November 23rd is the full moon of Gemini. This is a heady full moon. It's more of a mental full moon than an emotional full moon. And people will be in their heads and in their thoughts. People will be thinking about their feelings and wanting to express their feelings. And the Gemini full moon, for those prone towards nervousness, this can be a very anxiety-producing full moon. And so when around that time, I think it's a really great time to do things relaxing to the nervous system. Whatever that is for you. I mean, I think exercise is great. I think being in nature is great. Maybe drinking calming teas, or, meditation, of course, is always great to kind of help the nervous system. But yeah, that's the Gemini full moon. You'll probably be wanting to talk about your feelings, and that's it for now. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and this is a new medium for me to share my love of the tarot and astrology, and I really encourage you to reach out to me directly and have your chart done. Everybody should have their natal chart done at least once in their lifetime. It's a blueprint of your soul. It's your spiritual DNA. It's a wonderful tool for self-discovery and understanding yourself and your relationships and your talents and your challenges and everything on a much deeper level. So please tune in. I'm going to be doing posts throughout the month because undoubtedly there's stuff that I leave out. And like I feel like in Gemini's reading, I didn't talk enough about the Gemini full moon. Anyway, thank you, Cancer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share it with friends. Please like it. Thank you. Bye.